Fantastic. Hello there. Welcome to Hello there.
Hello.
A tabletop role-playing game set in the Star Wars universe. My name is Kenobisknook, and I am your dungeon master for this adventure. And I will let the players introduce themselves. Who would like to go first?
I'm down. Hi, I'm Posh. I have my own little channel and TikTok following. I'm gonna be. Oh, we'll wait until character introductions for everyone to find out what I am.
Fair enough. Ooh, I
Hi,
heard a boop
I'm
boop.
one Ragey Boi. I will be playing Ziyll Otava, the Jedi Padawan.
Apparently
I'm
I'm
Link IB, and I'm playing Dathomirian Zabrak, and I'm also available at twitch.tv/LinkIB.
Hi, my name is Pyro, or PyrotikVoid. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, all at the same name. I do the streams and all that jazz, and I'll be playing a consular Jedi named Rylian.
Fantastic. So, as our adventure begins, we find Rylian and Ziyll standing outside the council chambers of the Jedi Council. Players, if you want to drag yourselves over to that screen, you should be right there. Feel free to drag yourself to right in front of the council chambers. The two of you would recognize each other from being around the council together, but you have never formally interacted, the two of you. So the two of you are people who have met each other, seen each other, but never really had a conversation, and you're curious as to why the both of you have been brought to the council at the same time.
Sorry, having a minor issue here. I have to reload.
Are you unable to?
Real quick. Yeah.
Okay, go
We
for
should
it.
reload in Roll20.
That's okay.
Being a
Take your time.
All good, all good.
Put me on the. There we go.
We love Roll20. Never has any problems.
There is no issues in Roll20. There is no war in Bossing Say.
No more nothing.
Okay. There you see me on the board now.
Yes, I do.
A little too big.
That's fine.
There you go.
All right. So
the two of you are sat out
we've
there.
been summoned.
Yeah, you've both been summoned to the council. You're unsure as to why. You're both waiting outside the council chambers together.
Okay. So we're waiting to be called into the actual room.
Yeah, you're waiting. You're both waiting to be called in to the council chambers, and the two of you just kind of standing there. You're both young Jedi Knights, Padawans, and you're both kind of waiting there, kind of like, what did we do wrong? Why are we here together? Unsure of
Do you have any
why.
idea what's going on?
Hi. I have no idea. I don't think I've done anything wrong. I barely do anything.
I mean, maybe you did something good.
Well, maybe. I guess that's a positive spin.
But so, how rare would it be for, I guess, young Jedi Knights and Padawans to be summoned to a council meeting?
The council chambers, it would be a pretty serious issue. This is like headmaster level issue. This isn't like talking with your teacher after class. This is like being sent to the principal's office. So this is like a pretty serious. Both of you are pretty unsure as to why you're here.
Either something really bad is happening.
Hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later.
Yes, hopefully.
In the meantime,
easy
to meet you.
Yes. Hi. Hello. My name is Rylian. I think I've seen you around.
Yeah, I'm Ziyll Otava. And yeah, pleasure to make your acquaintance. And I guess what I should tell you is a little bit of what my character looks like. So I'm a Mirialan. So I have like greenish skin, and I have some like very geometric like face tattoos and tattoos like on my forearms, which is sort of like customary for Mirialan people. Which you've probably seen several other people around who look like that, but it's the gist of what I'm like.
Nice.
And I have my hair in my Padawan's braid, so you immediately be able to see sort of my rank and position in the order.
Nice. It's nice to meet you.
Ben,
What was it?
as you're interrupted,
Okay.
and you hear the telltale sound of Master Yoda's voice as you are brought into the chambers of the council.
All right. Walking on in.
I walk inside.
Do you walk inside?
I do walk.
Hello, Padawan Ziyll, Padawan Rylian. Welcome.
Greetings, Master.
Greetings, Master.
Must be confused why you have been gathered here. You are.
Yes.
To say the least, yes.
Worry
I
not.
have some
Done no wrong.
suspicion.
You have been gathered for a special task. You have been.
Oh, what sort of task?
A beacon we have received. A beacon we thought long lost. The beacon of Master Kordel.
Never heard of him.
We must send the two of you Padawans to look into the beacon.
Where was the beacon found?
The beacon has been found near the Onderon system.
What can you tell us about? Was it Master Kordal? What was he doing out there?
Master Kordel went missing when he went to explore the unknown reaches of the universe. He has been missing for more than 100 years. We thought he was lost. But somehow his beacon has returned, and this is curious to the Council. Why has he been gone so long? Where has he been? What has he been doing? These are the questions we would like you to answer.
Well, I'm happy
You
to
two
accept.
Padawans feel that you are up to this task?
Yes, absolutely. I will give it my all.
Very much.
Fantastic. A ship has been chartered for you. Here are the coordinates. Any questions do you have, Padawans?
Finding the beacon of Master Kordal. He's been missing for 100 years, and the beacon has just now been found.
Very good,
I think
Padawan
anything
Ziyll.
specific than that.
I think we're good.
Padawan Rylian, you may leave. Padawan Ziyll, may you stay a moment?
Of course, Master.
Thank you, Master. And then he'll bow and kind of.
Thank you, Padawan. Padawan Ziyll, I believe this goes without saying, but your master before he left said that you were ready to take the trials. We believe that this test will prove to us whether you are ready for those trials. Keep that in mind, Padawan, when you perform this talent for us.
Of course, Master.
You
I
are
look forward to
excused,
proving
Padawan.
myself worthy.
May the Force be with you,
Uh,
Padawan.
Thank you, Master. I bow and exit the room as well.
As you exit the room, you feel a sense of kind of release as the pressure that is being brought in to the council chambers kind of ebbs away from you, and the two of you kind of share a moment as the two of you look at each other and are like, have this little moment. You may feel free to explore, make your way to the landing pad, follow the Korden shipyard. The options are yours.
Is there anything that you think you'll need before we go? Rylian, correct?
Yes. And I guess before I'll explain like what my character looks like. So you see like a relatively humanoid in features, like a light brown skin tone. Very distinctly, he has a cover over his eyes. He is a Miraluka. So he was born without eyes, but they just remain sockets, and he sees everything through the Force. But yeah, and then he'll just be wearing traditional robes and such. Quite
I suppose
the
that any ship that they've chartered will have any of the gear that they deem necessary.
probably, I would assume so. Quite the first mission to go on.
I'll go maybe make a request in the archives to learn about this. See if I can pull files on this planet that or the system that we're going to for the beacon.
Yeah, so you want to make your way to the library and check the archives for Master Cordal or for the Onderon system?
For the Onderon system.
Okay. Perfect. So you head your way over there. Do the two of you go together? Do you go alone, Ziyll?
You're welcome to join me if you want.
Yeah, I was gonna. I mean, I would have suggested that we go to the library anyway to get
Perfect.
information. So yeah.
Well, then we can divide and conquer. Can look for information on the system and Master Cordal.
Perfect. I'll get information on Cordal.
Perfect. So you guys both head over to the library. Do you choose to do this research on your own? Do you speak to the librarian? Do you ask your friends? How do you approach your research?
I will ask the librarian.
Okay.
Rylian's
So
more independent. So
okay. So Rylian, you sit down at a data terminal and you just immediately begin to Google search, as it were,
yes.
Master Cordal and all the relevant information surrounding him. And Ziyll, you approach the archivist, Jedi Master Tadara, and you ask her, what do you ask her?
Give her a polite greeting. Greetings, Master.
Greetings, Padawan.
I've been given a mission by the council to go to the Onderon system. I was wanting to look up any records that we had the place so that I can better prepare myself for what I may find.
The Onderon system. You'll have a lovely time. Let me gather the requisite files for you. And she goes off and she kind of begins to pluck away and tap away. And she returns to you with a stack of data files and she says, "This is all of the information I could find on the Onderon system. I hope it is of use for you, Padawan." Rylian, you are doing some solo research. Can I have you roll an investigation check for me, please?
Yes. All right, here we go.
Fantastic.
Come on, first roll. Oh, I'm so sad. It hovered to 16. All right, 10.
So, based on your research, not much is known about Master Cordal. You know that he ascended to the rank of Jedi Knight very early, a little bit younger than is the average. Most Padawans become full knights around the ages of 17 to 21. He became a Jedi Knight at 16 years old, and very early on took on a lot of missions that took place on the Outer Rim. So places that are often viewed as more rural or like backwater planets, or very, very sparsely populated planets. And then about 100 years ago, he approached the council with a request to go explore the unknown areas, the unknown regions of the galaxy. And the council approved his mission. He was sent with him and two colleagues, two scientist colleagues, and they went off in their ship to explore the unknown reaches. He left, and nothing was heard from him. No responses were given, and after a number of years, he was presumed missing or dead. There wasn't much else that you could find about him. That was all the information that you were given.
All right.
Ziyll, I assume you take the time to read through the material that you were given. Fantastic. So in your research of the Onderon system, you find out that Onderon is a very lush, well-populated planet in the mid-rim. This being more heavily populated, more metropolis planets, i.e. Naboo, places like that. So fully functioning cities and full planetary governance and things like that. Onderon is known for its lush forests and its lush jungle environment. And most of the planets in the system are comprised of that, more jungle planets, things like that. There is, outside of your usual creatures, there's nothing of note for the Onderon system. However, there is not an asterisk, but a subnote in one of the one of the pieces of material that you read, where there used to be a Jedi outpost on the planet Onderon many years ago. So you know that it was once a place of a Jedi sanctuary was there. That is a piece of information that you come across in your readings. Is there any other information that you are particularly looking for?
No, I was just generally looking for, things like habitability.
Yeah, very hospitable, very well-maintained planet. There is a spaceport. There is places for you to sleep, things like that.
Would it be possible? Is it possible for me to copy some of these records onto like a data pad, or is that something that's
you're able to take the data files with you by being given them. The head archivist has already transcribed them onto a data pad for you, so you can take that with you.
I think that's important, because then if I have further questions, hopefully it's within there.
Totally. Is there anything else you would like to do? Is there anything you would like to collect from your chambers before you go? You obviously have your robes on and your lightsabers on you as well, and things like that. But if there's anything that you've left in your chambers, would you like to collect those?
Yeah, I mean, so I usually I travel pretty light. So just the robes, the lightsaber. I'd also have like I do have a blaster pistol
Yeah.
as well. So I if that's not already on me, I'll grab that.
Okay.
No.
I probably don't carry it around all the time in the temple.
Yeah, I figured that's something that you probably store in your chambers, so you can absolutely go and collect that. Is there anything else you would like to do at the Jedi Temple before you leave?
Nothing comes
I
to
think I'm
mind.
good. Oh, okay, I think we're good.
Okay. Are we all good?
Yes, I am good. I will be
Yes.
making my way to the landing pad.
Perfect. So, the two of you make your way to the landing pad, where you are greeted by a Jedi Knight. He asks you, "Hey, what are the two of you doing here? You know, only outward bound missions are able to leave from here."
We've been given a mission by the council, Master. Or
Well, let me
he's a
see your
knight,
mission
right?
orders.
Yeah, I hand them over.
The Onderon system. Padawans always get a lucky break on their first solo missions. This will be a cakewalk for you. And he turns around and he pulls out the keys, as it were. He pulls out the keys to a small two-person starfighter, more like a speeder, not a starfighter, two-person speeder. And then he also hands each of you a bag of Republic credits, and he tells you, "Here's your allowance. Try not to spend it all."
Of course.
Thank you.
And inside each of those bags is 1,000 Republic credits.
Be tracking this as gold pieces.
Yeah, same.
Yes, please track it as gold pieces. Absolutely. That is a fair and accurate tracking amount. Fantastic. So the two of you hop into the speeder. Who's driving?
I would not
I'll
say
try.
that I am much of a driver. Okay, cool.
All right. So Ziyll is driving. Ziyll, can I have you? Nah, you don't need to roll. You've driven speeders before. Fantastic. So you follow the coordinates that was given to you by the council as to the place that they have hired your vehicle, and you guys make your way over to the shipyard.
To drag myself.
Fantastic. So
like, oh god, I thought I missed something.
the two of you land right about here. Yeah, where you see land speeder station. The two of you land just there.
Are you
And
able
you
to
can
drag
hear-
me over to the map? I have a hard time doing it when my sheets popped out in another window.
Not at all. It would be my pleasure to drag you in.
Thank you.
I'm also going to
Drag
make
me.
you the appropriate 5-foot square, because Rylian is not a large creature.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So, as the two of you land your speeder, you hear this kind of like loud, abrasive clanking coming from behind you, and you hear this like presumably person, just swearing, causing a ruckus, making a loud noise. Do you make your way over there towards the noise? Do you run away? What's the plan, friends?
I will investigate. I guess the source of the noise. That's interesting.
Okay. So you make your way over towards the source of the noise, and you come across a Bothan mechanic, you assume, kind of smashing away on this S.S.A.T droid. And he's just kind of like banging away on this thing, and you hear him mutter under his breath, "Damn, Jawas told me this thing was working just fine, but I buy it and it's a gosh darn piece of junk." What do you want? And he turns around, and as he hears you kind of approach, and he turns around and he says, "What do you want?"
We're here to board a ship that's been chartered by the Jedi Council.
Jedi Council? Jedi Council hasn't ordered any ships today.
I double check my orders, make sure we're in the right place.
The orders show that you are in the right place.
Okay. What's the name of the ship that we're supposed to board?
You don't know. It just says that there has been a ship chartered for you from this place on the spaceport.
Okay. For sake of simplicity, is this like the right, office or like terminal, or do I think that I'm in the wrong place? Like,
you know that you're in the right place. You feel like this guy might be trying to mess with you.
No, my records show that we have chartered passage on a ship.
Well, my records show
maybe
you haven't chartered passage on a ship. Let me see him. And he reaches out his hand to take your take the orders, the manifest, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Do you hand them over?
Sure.
Okay. So he kind of grabs the manifest out of your hand. He walks away a little bit. He looks at the thing, and he swears under his breath, and he goes, and he turns around and he says, "Well, I've got one ship for you, but it's broken, so I'm gonna need to fix it first, and I'm missing a part. I'm gonna need to get a hold of a hyperdrive manifold."
Is there anything we can do to help?
Well, apparently some droids got a hold of one, but they brought that thing down into the sewers. There hasn't been one in the shops for weeks. It's been on back order. Everybody's been doing their own traveling these days, with the quarantines and all. It's just been easier to travel on your own. So parts have been on back order for months.
Real.
We can see if we can hear one for. You said there were some droids.
Yeah, the Bolt Boys. They consider themselves a gang, but they're really just a bunch of rackety old screw nuts who think they're what's what.
I guess we'll take a look.
While you're at it, do you think you can get this thing working? And then he kind of like throws the SS droid at you. And as he throws the SS droid at you, and you kind of, I assume you try and catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you kind of try and catch it, you feel your thumb kind of hit a switch on the back of it, and the S.S.A.T.D droid kind of boots up, and you hear,
"Hi, I'm a subspace astrotechnical droid, designation 301.
"What? How'd you do that?"
Hello.
I didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything. I was spending hours fixing that thing. How'd you fix it?
I think I felt some sort of switch turn on. Like,
you mean it had an on-off switch?
Yeah, I hit the switch.
Did you not check?
And you hear like a loud thud as he kicks a can over, and he grumbles to himself as he walks away into his little office.
You should always check to turn it on and off again first.
Yeah.
Saying, okay.
As he kind of slams the door, he says, "If you go down this way," and he gestures towards the pinged direction on the map, you'll find a sewer, find a sewer grate. Go through that, and that'll lead you to the Bolt Boys.
All right.
Thank
We
you.
will go try and locate a hyperdrive manifold.
I think with no one else to follow, I think I'm just following whoever turned on my switch.
Do you follow them immediately?
I was gonna say, greetings, 301.
Hello, I am Subspace Astro Technical Droid designation 301. Is there anything you require repairs?
Not at
No, but
present.
we are looking for a hyperdrive manifold. Maybe you could, make sure that it's working when we go and get it.
Affirmative. I shall accompany you to this. I shall accompany you.
All right. Sounds good. Head on
Fantastic.
to where I've been told we can find the Bolt Boys.
So you make your way down a corridor. As you come up to the sewer grate, you see a hunched over figure kind of sitting right next to the sewer grate. Their head is down, but you can see the kind of like the telltale spikes of a hood that isn't resting properly on a head, as if there's something kind of poking up from it, and you see two blue hands wrapped around knees, as this figure just kind of is sitting on the side there. For you, Link, you sense them before they begin to make their way over to them, and for you as well, Rylian and Ziyll, you would sense the presence of a Force user as the three of you kind of come towards each other. You get a like a reverb in the Force, as it were, of like a resonance is the better word I'm looking for. There's like a kind of resonance in the Force as you sense a Force user that isn't each other, as you kind of approach this hooded figure sat in the gutter on the side of the sewer.
Well, I reckon y'all can just come on out here. I know y'all's out there. Come on over and introduce yourselves. Having a
Hello?
bit of trouble with this grate here.
I'm Subspace Astro Technical Droid 301. Do you need repairs?
Well, friendly little subspace droid, I don't reckon I need any repairs right now. However, I could use a little bit of a hand removing this grate from this here orifice. Yeah, I have to understand. Not a very strong person, but I wouldn't ever deny a little bit of help. Who are your compatriots that you have with you? Would y'all mind addressing yourselves? Let me know who y'all.
I think I turn to them and I'm like, I do not know the designation.
Let them designate themselves, my fair little
Hello.
droid.
My name's Ziyll. I'm we were walking over this way to go and find a hyperspace manifold from some droids, but now we've run into you, which is so very interesting.
Are you now? Well, Ziyll, my fine friend, it's a pleasure to meet you. And who might your other compatriot be?
You can call me Rylian.
Are you certain that's the only thing I can call you? Not even late for dinner. I reckon a fella should ask. I mean, we are making our first introductions, don't you believe? It's a little bit more than appropriate if I inquire a little bit as to who you are and what your intentions are.
We've been given a mission, and there seems to be something impeding that getting started, so we've been sent here to remedy that.
Well, aren't you the astute little puppy? You are correct. I absolutely could use some help with this drain right here. I reckon maybe y'all can offer some assistance.
And who might you be?
Oh, me, myself, you may call me Korden. Korden Va'ar, that is. Korden to my friends, Korden Va'ar to those who are not. As we are not quite yet friends, we are merely associates. I would respectfully ask you to call me Korden Va'ar until we are more particular.
It's nice to meet you.
All right. Pleasure to meet you, Korden Va'ar. What do you
Oh,
need
it is
access to
absolutely
this
a
crate
pleasure
for?
to meet me, my good friend. It is absolutely a pleasure to meet me. Whatever you'd like to do, please, by all means, assist me. I gesture to the grate.
Sorry, I'm still confused what we're doing with the grate.
Well,
The grate is the entrance to
Mhm.
Oh,
the
to the
where
to-
supposedly the Bolt Boys are.
I reckon y'all fellas might be a little bit more I don't know how do you put it. I'm a little bit more masculine than I am, and you may be able to wrest this grate from being an encumbrance to us. Would you mind terribly? I'll step aside
yeah,
if you don't mind.
yeah, I'll try and open it up. Does it appear? Is it like locked or what? Like, what am I dealing with here?
I'm not entirely sure.
Can you roll investigation for me on the grate?
11.
11. From what you can tell,
11.
the grate is not locked. However, it feels that it has been kind of from years of disuse, it's kind of been rusted together to the exterior wall of it. Do you feel question for you players? Is there any curiosity you have about each other? Is there any what's the word? Hesitation surrounding each other?
Me personally, I'm just happy to have instructions.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah,
Rylian would be
so-
very curious
Okay.
about this new person. This is a weird question, but how would your Force aura look?
As to the rest of these characters, and of course we're out of character at this point, I guess, right, DM?
Yes. This is like a player world. Yeah. You can answer this as a player. So this is something that you would know, Korden, and you would know Rylian because you can see his aura, because that's how you see
Mhm.
characters, but this is not something that Ziyll or 301 would know.
Korden is familiar with Force users, but is not necessarily accustomed to having the best relations with them. So Korden stays guarded, but at the same time is not going to deny any help that'll come his way. So he's just kind of being standoffish. He's
Cool.
not really concerned about finding out whether they're good, bad, or otherwise. Just if you can help me achieve my goal, you're okay with me until you're not.
Yeah, and then as far as colors go, if you had to put like a color to your Force aura, what would that color be? Would it be like a Dathomirian green? Would it be like a blending of light and dark, kind of like a purple? Would it be neon pink? If you had to
it'd
pick
be-
a color.
Oh, if I had to pick a color, it would be very much a blending. It'd be more of a purple almost pinkish kind of aura. That like we'll go lean a little bit toward lavender, a little bit lighter, not necessarily dark, but a little light.
Totally. Yeah, so that's what you would see, Rylian, is this kind of this muddled aura, for you especially because you spend so much of your time around Jedi and you see what their auras look like. This aura is a bit of an anomaly for you, a bit of a shock because there's no aura that you've seen like it before.
Yeah.
Most of the Jedi's auras are very very
Defined.
clearly like they defined and very clearly light, obviously, but very clearly pure of intention, whereas this one feels almost a
Very
little bit
mixed.
mixed and a little bit like self-centered, a little bit
Right.
focused on the ego, not the id, as it were.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
for Zill's
Accurate.
part, like I would say like guarded, but like but curious. Like I'm trying to tell myself that it's like that I should be, should be paying attention, but like to not prejudge somebody else just based on the fact that they're a force sensitive, uh, out here slumming it around in the spaceport.
Totally.
So I'm just I'm trying to interact with them more to figure out what I can know about them. So,
Okay. Fantastic. So do you try to open the door?
I think I'm already
yeah.
Do
trying.
you yeah?
But if it looks like it's like rusted or anything like that, that's why it's being difficult to use. I'll let the Astro Technical Droid take a crack at it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Look, if I can't get my tools to work, I'm gonna use my lightning launcher to try and blow the door open.
Yes.
I'm standing near the door. While
Like
he's,
my
like,
instruction is to
doing
open
this
the door,
stuff.
so if I can't do it nicely, I'm gonna make it open.
Okay, so you you approach the grate and you realize that with enough physical force you can probably just pop it off.
Beautiful.
So you think that you can probably pry this door off of its grate. But your processor, you have a moment of curiosity about why your masters, as it were, asked you, because you can predominantly see the lightsabers on each of their hips as they are like, hey, cut through this metal grate for us. And you have a moment of like confusion of like, oh, okay, sure, I can do that.
All right.
I guess.
Yeah.
Can you roll a strength check for me, please?
Will do. So 16.
16. With a 16, you manage to pop the door. The rust kind of sprays, creating a little bit of a cloud. Luckily for you, you don't breathe in oxygen, so you don't notice it. And you move the grate, kind of toss it to the side, and the way has been opened for you.
Nice.
Do you know the way?
I do.
Do you make your way? Do you make your way right in? Do you look first? Do you just, as soon as the grate's open, do you go right in?
I think I'd turn on the spot and I'd look back at everyone. I'm like, I've opened the door. Please be cautious. There is a noxious gas or substance in the air.
Okay.
And I'm just standing in the middle of
The
whatever's around.
little rust.
Thank you, S.S.A.T.D. 301. It's very helpful.
And then I step out of the way.
So, what are you looking for down there, Mr. Korden Va'ar?
Not entirely sure. I'm You have to excuse me. A lot of this is just my own personal curiosity, and so I reckon that maybe y'all would come along with me. We could see what we could find. I notice y'all are substantially powerful, though. There's especially that droid there, just pulling that grate off.
I've
Maybe
overextended
if
some of my joints.
we could work on that there. But maybe if we form an alliance and go down here and look for whatever we're gonna find together, the four of us are better than just the one of us, which I mean me all by my lonesome. Would y'all be accommodating so much as to follow me along? And then whatever we find down here, I'm sure we can split as fairly as possible.
Um,
We're more than welcome to have you along. We do have a particular mission down here.
yeah.
As long as our interests are aligned, I do recollect that. I mean, I do assume that perhaps we can come to some kind of agreement when we get to wherever we're going. However, being that y'all obviously have a mandate by, and I'm spying them, can I do an investigation check on them to see if
You
I
can do an
find anything
insight
about them?
check, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
try
do an insight check on them.
I'm gonna roll for insight on them and see what I can find. I'm looking for what I was gonna go investigation because I wanted to see if they had any. I'm familiar with the
Based on
Force.
based on your insight and based on where you are, what planet you're on, you recognize the robes as that of being Jedi robes, and so you would recognize these two as Jedi. However, you do not recognize their rank or what status they may hold in the order. So to you, they could be Jedi Masters, they could be Padawans, they could be Jedi Knights, they could be they could be the head of the Jedi Order for all you know. But you know that they are Jedi, or at least are acting as Jedi or pretending to be Jedi.
Oh well, I mean, y'all carry the personage of Jedi Knights, or at the very least, maybe a Padawan learner. So perhaps someone with your particular skill set would be of a very, very beneficial. You'd be very beneficial to my pursuit. Would you like to go ahead and maybe? How about this? One of y'all take the lead. I'll stay in the middle, and one of y'all can stay behind me. Since we are not familiar with one another, and not familiar with y'all, we can work out some kind of accommodations as we pursue whatever it is that y'all are after, and then whatever it is that I may find.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking for hyperspace. That's correct. Our hyperdrive manifold. So we can repair a ship. So we have a lead on that, and that's primarily what we're interested in.
Interesting. You are looking for a hyperdrive manifold, and you presume that this hyperdrive manifold is for some reason down here in the sewers? Come on, my fine young Jedi. You must be mistaken. There's no way such an expensive piece of machinery would be hiding down here in these catacombs.
Well, it's not hiding anywhere else on this planet either, so it's the only lead we've got.
Whatever you desire, I am your humble assistant for the duration of our association. Please, by all means, lead the way.
Lead the way, and I walk in.
Do I get this? Like, how much of a sense? Like, and since he's a player, I can you know, you can also tell me to f off with this, but like, how much of a sense of like, is this guy dangerous? Do I get? Just sort of.
Roll roll an insight for me. Roll an insight because you're actively
love it.
saying how you roll a 21. You feel like he's not dangerous to you. Like he does not threaten
Okay.
your personal safety,
Hmm.
but given the opportunity, if your pocket was open and there was money in it, that money might go missing. But
Okay.
he is not the type of person to kill somebody.
Okay.
That is the vibe. If you want to pass the vibe check, that is the vibe check. As Posh, as 301 goes barreling through the entrance to the tunnel, you hear a loud thud and then the scraping of metal on stone as Posh slides down a tunnel, a little slide. And we are going to leave it there for right now for a little 5-minute washroom water hiatus. And we will be back in 5 minutes to pick up with the next part.
Nice.
Right on.
Right.
Yay.
Fantastic. So we're back. We just left off with 301 sliding down the tunnel of the sewer hatch. And you guys all hear, the three of you hear the scraping of 301 as they slide down this hole.
Well, that's our cue.
Oh, sounds like there's a little bit of a way to go there.
I'd imagine it takes me a bit before I'm like, it's probably a distant voice by then. It's like, careful guys, there's a drop.
You hear very faintly. You very, very faintly, as almost as if it's a whisper on the wind. There's a drop.
Is it going like
How do you
straight
proceed?
down, or just like slope?
I don't.
Should we
Do you
see?
want to try and look? Do you want to look in?
I'll actually.
Yeah. So as you like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Korden,
I'll
you
take
peer over the edge of the hole, and you kind of see that it as it extends in, it gets a little bit blacker, but almost on the edge of your a little bit blacker, a little bit darker, and almost at the end of your vision, as it you can see what looks like the lip of just like a straight drop that is about you would say like one like enough for one humanoid person to fit through. It's like a straight drop down. It looks to be like some kind of drain pipe that is just like a straight shot down into the sewers. So that you assume that that is what a 301 fell down, thinking that it just went straight along. He walked straight down and just fell straight down the hole.
Well, my fellow adventurers, from what I can see, it looks like there's quite a precipitous drop that is lying before us. However, I would be willing to go forward and perceive just how far this drop is. I mean, if that is amenable to y'all.
Sure. We should probably get this the droid back.
Yes.
I
I'll
really want to
be
blow
more
through
than-
all of my spending money before we even make it on the ship.
I'd be more than willing to go down there and assess the situation of your droid companion, provided y'all are willing to trust me as I proceed down this pipeline here. Is that agreeable to y'all?
It's fine with me.
Sure. I'll give him my communicator. I assume that in our kit that me and Rylian would have had communicators to talk to each other.
Yep, you both have communicators. That's a very standard fair for you. So you can absolutely.
Yeah. So if he doesn't have one, or we don't want to go through setting it up, lend him mine.
That is most gracious of you, my good sir. I will gladly take one of your communicators. And when I reach the bottom of this particular hole, I will let y'all know when I arrive safely at my destination. I bid you farewell.
What if you can't climb back up?
Well, I reckon that's something we'll have to deal with a little bit later, won't we? You either will have to deal with your droid friend being down there and by himself, or herself, or themselves, and then be just satisfied with my perhaps unfortunate demise, or you will
I
bring
would
it
not be
upon
satisfying
yourselves.
at all.
Or you'll bring it upon yourselves to come on down and investigate. In which case, either way, you will still come down and recover your communicator. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Certainly.
Am I talking
May
him
the
into
Force be
this
with
right
you.
now? Out of context, out of character. Am I talking him into this? I have to talk you guys into throwing me down a well?
I don't know. Are you trying to?
I mean, we're not
convince them to
throwing
do
you.
that?
I'm gonna try to talk them into like,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
take
go.
my communicator. Tell me how
You're
deep
good. Yeah.
I'm out.
You're
Let's
good.
do it. I jump. Woo!
Fantastic. You jump down the hole. Can you roll an acrobatics check for me, please?
Thank bitch. All right, there's.
I just need to
Oh!
know how nimble.
Not very.
So
Not
here's what
very.
happens.
No one else can see the dice roll, which just makes
As
it
you
even
as you
better.
kind of like full send jump off the edge of the hole in like a very like, yeah, I'm cool. Screw you boys, and you jump down the hole. You feel you feel the nothingness of falling, preceded by like a very awkward kind of like body flailing as the tunnel kind of curves and levels out as like a big slide, and you get shot out the bottom. Think like old playground slide where it just like straight drop and then it curves right at the last possible second, to mitigate all pain. Um,
I love it.
so
Best thing.
you've come rolling out in like the least aesthetically pleasing way possible, and like your hand is stuck behind your head, and like somehow your shoelaces have been tied together, and yeah, very very nimble, but you don't feel any immediate pain or discomfort. So
I just look
what do you
very uncordon like.
But,
Not
very
not
quick
Yeah.
point of order.
not very Corden like. This is not ordinarily. This is not how I like to flourish my landings. But in the interest of expediency, I'll let it slide this one time.
And let's just make sure, because they cannot see. Oh nope, just kidding. The powers that be, Nerdworks, has fixed it, so we do not need to call out our shots anymore. But they, just as a quick heads up, the Roll20 chat can be seen on screen as well. So just a quick heads up for everybody now.
Even better.
So
this is even better.
the two of you up top, you hear, you see Korden Va'ar say, Korden Va'ar say, yeah, let's go full send, and then ow, 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 oh, ow, oof, oh, da, ow, da, as he tumbles down the hole.
The
Elephants?
map moving around is what does it for me. Just
yeah.
boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Thank you, nerd.
I'm gonna die. Do I roll
Eloquent,
damage?
but not as
Nope, no damage. No damage
Oh.
necessary.
That's to my ego. All right, cool.
Just a
Castigated.
bruised ego. Just a bruised
Yeah.
ego. Do you relay up to the other players that it's okay to go down? It's not as bad as they thought.
Everything is fine. Just my personal recommendation is to fling yourselves down as fast as you can so you can avoid those little kinks and twists. Oh, yeah. Just it's cool. Everything is fine. Come on down now.
It appears that
Rylian?
everything is fine.
Ziyll, do you follow?
Roll insight on the this is fine after hearing the ow, ow, ow.
Are you rolling inside
that
on me?
He's alive at
I
least.
think you on Corden's. This is fine. Everything's fine.
I
We're
see, I
fine. Immediately after the ow, 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 ow.
Right. Yeah.
We're fine. Everything's fine. How are you?
You know that he's lying, but you also know that like it is fine to go down the hole, but you know that he's lying about something, and you can pretty easily guess that it's due to the nature of the fall.
No. So Rylian will comment, an eloquent one, though not as acrobatic. And then, yeah, Rylian will walk up and go down.
Rylian, can you roll an acrobatics check for me, please?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, this is my favorite part. It's just so funny to me.
Okay, 13.
Hey, well done.
You, after having listened to what happened to Korden as they went down the hole, you a little bit more hesitantly kind of lean over the hole. You take a moment, you psych yourself up, and you, in like preparation, like the water slides at every amusement park ever where they're like cross your arms.
Cross
you
your
do
arms.
that. You cross your arms and you just like drop yourself down the hole, and you very gracefully come sliding out to the bottom, and you manage to like kick your feet up under you, so as you come sliding down, you immediately go right into like a walking stride. Korden, you see all of this, as do you as well. 301, and you kind of witness this very eloquent, very graceful slide out from the bottom of the pipe into a wonderful, like, just immediately like straight into walking stride. You feel
I guess
a little bit ashamed of yourself for your performance, Korden.
All right. After giving him enough lead time to make sure that he has time to get out of the way, to come down after him, I will go down as well.
And acrobatics check, please.
Perhaps I may have overestimated the
26.
difficulty of this.
So
nat 20.
Oh, get back.
So
Crit.
So Ziyll having gone last
You
and
crit.
final in the order, decides that it's a little prideful moment for him, where he sees Rylian just very flawlessly execute a perfect entrance, and he decides that he can do one better.
I can do it.
And so you very gracefully jump into the air and like swan dive down the hole, coming out hands first, and immediately like walk yourself into a handspring, and you stand up in like a perfect little cheerleader handspring coming out of the bottom of the hole. And yeah, very, very impressive display of acrobatic skills.
I won't let it go to my head.
Does anybody?
Oh my god.
So 301, you will have witnessed all three of their entrances following your own.
I think I'm taking notes of like poses because I know I just fell, so I'm taking notes of like
Yeah, you
poses
just thud.
yeah. So as they're
Yeah.
coming in, I'm sitting there, somewhat jankily kind of mimicking the way they come in, being all like, "Oh, so this next time I fall, this is what I'm doing."
Robots can learn.
study, study, yes, study
It's
future landing
learning.
techniques.
My favorite part about this is like I'm watching everyone and just going like, we're rating all of these falls.
No,
So I'm not quite like mocking anybody, but except for I'm not taking notes from Korden, but I'm taking
just-
note.
It's just
from-
data. It's just all data. It's
It's
raw
all
data.
data. It's all data. I'm like, this was wrong, and this is how I do it right. That's how I do it next
Oh
time.
my god.
Perfect. So, this is what
Oh,
you're
yeah.
greeted with. This is where your hole comes out in this bottom corner. And as you can see as well, as you guys kind of collect yourselves and you get settled, there is a
Oh, god. What the fuck?
a small little astromech droid just kind of hiding in the corner of the room.
You ping it for
And I just
us,
want to make sure
Mo?
everybody can hear the everybody
Oh.
can hear the sorry, that's 1 quick second. There we go.
Okay, got
The
it.
area that you need to see should have been revealed.
Are you asking us if we
Everyone can hear the music?
I cannot.
Negative.
I cannot.
no.
You cannot hear the music.
Mm-mm.
Well, why am I playing music for myself? That seems very silly.
Dun, 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 dun. Boom, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-ba-da-da-dum. Oh, not quite.
Can we hear it now?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, fantastic. Okay. What about now? Friends in chat, can we hear the music now? Hopefully, yes.
Can you hear?
The music now. Okay.
We're working out. We're
the
working out the
behind.
kinks.
So
We're
yeah.
working out-
So
polishing up.
this right here in the corner, the bottom left corner. I'll
No,
turn it up to
still
music
going.
then.
That's where we came out
Yeah,
at.
still missing
Yeah,
the
it's a
music.
little
So
quiet.
it's a chat thing, I think.
Turn up the volume all the way.
I think it's
It's meant to be a little bit like
what they can hear and more about like the interfacing.
yeah. I'm hoping
As you
that it's
turn it up.
working now.
We'll see.
Well, if you can't
This-
hear it, there's
this is
music
fun.
and it's awesome, and we'll get it sorted next
Yeah,
time. If you
It's
can't.
really
If
good.
there's not, if there's no
Alright,
music,
sweet.
I get really nice music.
There they go. They
Okay,
can hear it
now
now.
they can hear it. Fantastic.
They're good.
Okay, so yeah, so feel free to drop your characters in the bottom corner. You've come out by that
You
green
get me
box,
again.
right down here. You've come out right by that green box. That is the entrance to the tunnel, and you can see a small little astromech droid in the corner of the map.
Where's my
You know, if
character?
you drop me on there
I'm gonna
again.
drop him in there.
Oh yeah, I will drop you in there again.
It's just as sort of a standing
so-
request anytime there's a new map.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some green dude. I
That's
can't
Ziyll.
drop myself in there yet.
You can't drop yourself in there, Korden? If you click and drag on your
On the-
character journal, it should let you drag them in.
Mhm.
Let's try it.
I did it for you anyways.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah!
There.
You've
You
learned,
did it.
though.
Fantastic.
Just
Great.
You've
I'm gonna drop
learned.
myself. I'm gonna drop myself right here.
Great.
Perfect.
Oh yeah!
So there's a small little astromech droid in the kind of the corner of the room, just kind of beep him to himself and plodding along. He hasn't interacted with you at all, and you haven't interacted with them. Do you approach the droid?
I have to turn
Do
myself
you
this
ignore
way.
the droid?
I'll approach the droid.
And what do you say to the droid?
Little orange droid. What is your designation? What is your purpose? Sorry. Let me rephrase that. Excuse me, little orange droid. What is your designation and what exactly is your purpose down here? I had to rephrase it. My bad.
I love that you're doing whistle tones. I think your mic is cutting out how high pitched they are, though.
I don't know. I think it was the music
I
that
think it's
came
the
in really high
the
over
pitch,
top of me.
not. I think it's the.
Okay.
Yeah,
Beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop boop
we'll have to record them
boop
later.
boop boop. I'll just do very baritone boops.
This is an adult
Yeah.
droid, not the ones going through puberty.
That is what the droid responds to your question.
Just a small droid. Does I'm sorry.
Who speaks
do
droid?
Any
Anybody speak binary?
of y'all speak any kind of binary?
I mean, you do have a droid in your group.
I can translate.
This is-
Would you mind if you'd be so terribly kind? Please tell me what this small little droid is saying.
I step forward and I try and translate for the droid.
And you translate that the droid said, "I work for the Bolt Bros. I am one of their security guards."
Oh, fun.
Okay, so I translate. This droid works for the Bolt Bros. As we have understood prior, they are very hostile down here in the sewers. More a menace, but still
Did we
hostile.
understand that?
What was that?
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I think the music is kind of overpowering my ability to hear chat.
The music is overpowering. Okay.
Just a little bit extra, but
If you go into your sound
just turned
mixer
it
in the bottom right,
Yeah.
you can just go your volume mixer and just turn down the internet volume and keep your Discord volume up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's what I ended up doing.
more
Because that
good.
way it's
Oh
as
my
loud as
God.
possible
What the
for
fuck happened?
the stream.
Yeah, there you go. We're good. All right, now I'm better.
Fantastic.
More gooder.
Yeah, so I guess Posh, does 301 translate that for everybody, or does he keep that information to himself?
He translates, and so I'm like, this astromech droid is bodyguard for the Bolt Bros. As I understand, they are very hostile down in the sewers, or at least not friendly.
Oh, maybe we can. Maybe this droid can lead us to exactly where we need to go.
Then I ask him.
You hear from the droid after you've asked your question. You turn back and repeat everything to your party members. The droid says to you, 301. Beep boop 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 beep beep boop 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 boop. That's what everyone else hears, but you hear, "What are you doing working for these flesh sacks? Why don't you come work for us? Big strong droid like you."
I am just following instructions.
And then he says, "Well, that's where you're going wrong. Why follow instructions when you can make your own instructions? Do you know why they call us the Bolt Bros?"
Why did they call you the Bolt Bros?
You see his little mechanical arm pop out, and he points to a spot on his front where you can see the telltale mark of a restraining bolt. And he says, "Because each and every one of us cut off our bolts. I see you don't have one on you. Do you want to join us?"
A restraining bolt was not required.
What do you say? Want to join us?
You tell them that we're interested in maybe acquiring their hyperdrive manifold if they have one.
If I join you, is it possible I get a hyperdrive manifold?
hyperdrive manifold? No, we need that.
Do you plan on hyperspace travel?
Yeah, we need to get off world. Things are getting too hot here for us. But tell you what, you ditch these flesh sacks and you can come hang out with us. We'll get you off world if that's where you need to be.
I like to take a swing at this, but I want to talk specifically to our S.A.T.D droid.
Okay.
So,
You need to convince them. You need to convince, or we need you to convince them that we are under your sway. You have restraining bolts on each one of us, and you are bringing some humanoid slaves down here to help procure the goods and materials they need so that they can pursue their goals. So, for the interest of this conversation, you are, for this point in time, our master. Do you think you can negotiate this, or would you like me to help you talk them into this situation?
I can negotiate. Then I turn to the astromech.
Oh no.
And I turn to the astromech. I'm like, these are my slaves. And I point to the lightsaber. These are their restraining bolts.
Roll a persuasion check, please.
That's actually much better out of a lot of them. How'd I go?
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Oh my god.
You rolled a 0. You rolled a 0.
How do you roll a 0? Is that
I
even
got a negative
possible?
one.
You rolled
He has a -1.
Nothing? I'm gonna try it. Can
You rolled a 1.
Hold.
Okay, here's what
my God,
happens.
I want to try to do it.
You turn around. Corden gives you Corden gives you all of the words that you should say, all of the things that
droid that
he gave you
can
every piece of
understand us.
material you needed. You turned
I see.
around, and as soon as you opened your mouth, the astromech went.
Yeah.
Do these idiots think we don't understand basic? And immediately goes to tase you, Corden, with his little astromech.
Oh my
taser.
god, you little bastard! Oh my god, I gotta roll a fucking.
Does a 15 hit you, Corden?
Dex saving throw? Or what am I rolling for saving throw?
No,
Dex?
AC, please.
No, it's just
your AC.
Oh, just
Your
my
armor
AC?
class. That's all I need to say. Yeah.
What'd you ask me?
Your AC. What's your AC, sir?
13.
13? So
Yeah.
then his 15 will hit.
Shit.
You're gonna take 5 points.
Fuck me. Oh my
5 points of
God.
damage. And if everybody could roll initiative, please.
Oh my God.
lovely. Okay, you're
Oh,
fine.
now I roll alright.
He stabbed this fool!
Look at the difference in in my rolls.
rolls a 1. Rolls a 0 on persuasion.
On
check.
persuasion. Good
Rolls
old 19
19
on initiative.
on initiative. Well, we
Love it.
know where you stand now. You like combat.
No.
No, this is enhanced negotiation.
Yes.
Yes, this is aggressive negotiations.
Aggressive
Negotiations
negotiations are their
with-
strong suit.
Riley, an
but-
11?
They're trying to remind me in the chat that, like, yeah, you're squishy, dude. My wife particularly, she's like, let talk to them, and it was too late.
21. All right. Okay.
Negotiation
I need to
and-
sort the turn order.
No, it's
Numerically
all right.
descending.
That's all right.
All right,
Corden can work this out.
Corden, it is your turn.
And since we are moving into slightly more aggressive negotiations, I want to know the exact positioning of all the combatants on the field. So give me one moment. I'm gonna take a look here. Oh, Lord,
I would say that everyone is in the current order that they are sitting at.
And the droid is right there in front of me.
Yep,
Well,
right in
this
front of you,
is-
because you moved right in front of the droid.
This is most unfortunate. I think I shall have to use my bowcaster and blast this droid right in its dirty little face. You rotten
Go for it.
little bastard. That should be a 16 to hit at the very least. And 7 points of,
That will hit.
7 points of piercing
So-
damage.
7 points of piercing damage. Fantastic. So, the droid takes a swing at you with his little taser. He shocks you, and in retaliation, you swing at him with your vibroblade, or with your bowcaster. Okay, bowcaster. Sorry, I thought you said vibroblade. Can I get you to roll again, because your bowcaster is a ranged weapon and you're trying to use it in a physical melee
Close
distance.
Close quarters distance.
Yeah, so it's close quarters. So you can do it, but you just gonna have to roll with disadvantage if you want to use that.
He's got
You
two
wanna use your
numbers.
bowcaster still.
I roll it at
Oh, you got
disadvantage.
two numbers. Oh, you did. You never mind. Ignore me. You have two numbers there. That's perfect. You still are gonna hit. The droid has a very low AC, and you did 7 points of damage. That's you immediately, like, to the face, just pop it right in his little eye socket and just fry his servos, and falls dead.
Right. At this
I assume
point,
that made a lot of noise.
That did make a fair bit of noise. That was bang, explosion.
At this point, I would like to take my. I haven't had a move action or anything like that. I would like to slowly step a little bit off to the side from my compatriots.
Combat is, because you killed the enemy, combat is technically over.
Sounds delightful.
That one shot.
So it was a one shot. He's not a very effective security guard. So you can feel free to go back to exploring if you'd like.
I'd like to actually find that droid and examine the body and see if I can find any components off of this particular astromech droid. It's kind of a feisty little something gun. I'd like to examine the inner workings of this droid, see if there's anything that we can salvage.
Yeah, you wanna explore the droid? Go for it.
Am I able
Would
to
I need to
help with that?
roll an investigation check? Would I need to do that?
Sorry, Posh, what was that?
Am I able to help with that? I'd like to find some little bits that I can tinker with.
Yeah, so the two of you make your way over to the astromech droid, and Korden, you want to kind of explore the body, so that will be an investigation check, and you can roll with advantage because you are getting assistance from 301.
Oh, I thank you so very much. I do declare that is most kind of you, Mr. DM. And I believe that it's going to be a 26 for investigation.
Fantastic. So you don't find anything much of real value. You do find in one small compartment, you do find a couple hundred Republic credits, about 600 Republic credits.
I'll take those if you don't mind.
A fairly like decently sized amount. You assume this is because he kind of worked the door, that he was kind of a bit of a front man and would take bribes for things and in the transit of goods that were being ferried between here and elsewhere. You as well, you find you were able to completely dismantle the taser arm that he used on you, so you now have access to a small taser weapon. It does, however, it doesn't have a power source because the power source was the droid. So you know that you could fix it. All it's missing is a power source.
Nice.
For everyone else, would you
Looking
like to
around see
explore
if,
some more?
I'm making sure nobody else is charging us for shooting at us first.
By all means,
Haven't seen anything yet.
Please explore around.
Me specifically, I want to try and pick up like voice boxes and things like that. Anything I can pull off from
Yeah,
the
I'll move
droid
up
just for
first
me to
a
be able
little
to
bit.
tinker with.
Yeah, you. Sorry, which way? Up a little bit.
Towards the up north.
Okay. So actually, to the north, it's just the way it ends up cutting off, but it's actually a wall there. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys couldn't see it, but it's a straight wall there. So the only way you can go
Alright, I'm walking
is
to the wall.
behind you down here. Basically, anywhere you see this, yeah, you go into the wall. If you look just down at the very bottom of the screen, you see the gray one square block, that plane there, that kind of gray on the pink line. That is a door. So basically, anywhere with that is a door that you can access. Corridor, but there's also space down here as well. So you can basically go south into the corridor,
Okay.
or you can go that way. All right. Fantastic. So as you explore a little bit this way, there we go. Did it reveal?
Yes.
Yes. Fantastic. You see a offline droid standing in the corner by the door. It appears as if the droid's power function is just not working. It just seems it's just turned off. And it's kind of standing there in the corner, and it's like straight, kind of like leaned back against the wall. You can very clearly tell, based on appearance, that this droid looks to be offline. And you do see a doorway as well, or you should see a doorway.
That's the blue, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of
Just right there, there
droid
should be a doorway.
platform is it? This offline droid?
This offline droid, you recognize it as an IG unit, which you know is an assassin droid unit. But this one appears to be modified more for physical labor. It's missing the usual, like it doesn't appear to have any weapons on it. And it appears to be reinforced on certain areas, so you could make a fair assumption that it's been modified for heavy lifting.
Okay, but it powered down at least right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Powered down. Appears to be offline.
Okay. And what's this? Console thing behind the green line here?
The console. Why don't you approach the console and see?
Yeah, I'll take a look at whatever this is.
Fantastic. So, as you approach the console, do you attempt to access the console? Do you just kind of like look at the console and make a guess off of that?
Try and make a guess based on like looking at it first.
Okay. It looks like it controls the doors in this room, and maybe some other functions. You can't tell for sure without approaching and trying to access the console, but you could assume that's what its function is based on where kind of like the wires are leading from it. It looks like some leads to the door and some leads around the wall and stuff like that. So there's that's the assumption that you make.
Okay, I'll sit down and try and access it. It's good.
Okay.
Because
Fantastic.
I suppose this is where the door I would open the doors from. So.
Okay. Can you roll a sleight of hand check for me, please?
That laugh. That giggle, that was ominous. Like, okay, you
always
think that's what it
ominous.
is. You think that's what
Oh,
it is.
You think you're
uh-huh.
being sneaky. All right,
Yeah.
9.
Sneaky, sneaky.
All right. So with a 9, as you kind of sit down and it prompts you with a password, you attempt to access, just to kind of like bypass the password command, and the screen kind of flashes red once, and boots you back to the screen that you started at originally. Would you like to try a second time?
Yes. Try and use my proficiency with spicing tools here.
Okay. Go for it. So it'll be a sleight of hand, but with advantage this time.
Okay. 14.
Ooh. Thought that was me. I was like,
Fantastic.
oh my god, I didn't do that.
So with a 14 this time, you're able to get further along in the process of attempting to bypass the firewall, as it were. But still, at some point, you missed a keystroke, or you did something wrong, and it booted you back to the screen again, flashing twice red this time.
I think
Would
I
you
got
like to
it
try
this
one
time.
more time?
Yeah, I'm gonna try one more time.
All
What's
right.
the worst that can happen? Good
Hold on one
advice.
second before you do it. Before you do anything.
Too late.
We're
Too late. I'm good.
fuck. I was trying to get there. I thought I was supposed to.
I am confident in my abilities to roll a 21.
All right.
Fantastic. With a 21, you are able to successfully bypass the firewall, and the
Nice.
door in front of you makes the telltale and opens, revealing some more stuff.
What?
Boom. Stuff.
Stiff.
All right.
Quality stuff.
So
Turn
as the
back to
doors
other people.
slide open, you're immediately greeted with a spider droid that's kind of like clacking around, patrolling, as it were. And as the doors make their sound, the spider droid kind of turns to face into the room and sees 2 of your party members mutilating its friend's body,
Oh no.
and you kind of like clacking away on the computer, and it scuttles in and just immediately tries to attack you.
Fair play.
Can you roll a Dex saving throw for me, please?
Oh gosh.
This is
Ooh,
one of the things
ooh.
I tell you.
Oh, here we go.
Fail. Still
Not
a 7.
one.
So the spider droid
But it's
kind
a
of
nat
comes
one.
I just watched him
quickly
just
clacking
disappear off
into
the
you.
screen. It's like, oh no.
And 3 of the 2 of the arms come from over top, and they like latch onto your shoulders, like around your shoulders, like think like drunk person leaning on you kind of thing, and they like latch down over your shoulders and then pull you in towards it and immobilize you in like a T pose, and they like get its arms around you, and it kind of immobilizes you into a T pose.
T-pose.
That's what happens.
Okay. I'll try and wiggle free. Unless
You want
we
to try
are
and
initiative.
wiggle free?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no initiative because it's like it's combat, but it's not combat because no one's tried to kill nothing yet. So can you? That'll be a grapple check. So not sleight of hand. Contest of strength, please. So
Can I use
me a strength
acrobatics
check.
to escape the grapple?
Acrobatics, absolutely. I will count acrobatics as well.
26.
Yeah, you easily like
I got a
through
nat 1 and then a nat
your
20.
martial training in the Jedi Order. This is like your 4th nat 20 of the session.
Honestly.
I'm calling flukesies. You like very
Oh, funny
deftly
that was me.
like reach around, pull the arms up, knock them away, and you can take a little, if you'd like as well, you can take a quick little like 5-foot hop back. It's part of that motion as well, because of just the way the nature of it goes. You perfectly extricate yourself from the droid.
Ooh.
And
do you
I'll tell the
attempt
droid that there's no need for that.
You just hear like just like little click sounds as it continues to try and scuttle towards you, and it attempts to grab you again. This time you can make a you can take like I don't want it to be like a disengage action, but because you see it coming, you can take a reaction. Sorry, is the word I'm looking for. You can take a reaction to dodge if you'd like.
Okay, yeah, I will do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's because it's
meantime.
not very fast. Like, it's the only reason it caught you the first time was it kind of caught you by surprise as it kind of came scuttling. Right, but now you know what to look for. It's not very fast and it's not very agile, so it's kind of like you just kind of keep walking away from it, kind of deal. Touch the butt. Did I miss a bit? Oh, his butt. Yeah, when he was holding him. I'm there now. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. I missed. Yeah, if you want to take a reaction to jump back, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The rest of you
Hey,
hear this kind of
301,
like,
you talk to this guy.
yeah.
I mean, we could try, I guess.
Oh, we're talking.
As we're looking, like I'm kind of far away.
You're still like you're close enough that you kind of hear this like, "Hey, get away from me! Get your grubby little droid hands off me!" Kind of like, "Get off!"
And we're
from down at the other end of the room.
That
our
won't be
enemy
easy.
is like over, like not the spider thing, obviously, but it's like I'm gonna move forward to about here, and oh my god, please let me turn my fucking character. Why does it do that all the time? I just want to turn my guy. That's cool. Let me rotate him somewhat, a little bit. Oh my god, I hate that.
There you go.
Thank you, because I'm like I've been trying to click on it, and every time you click on the character, it hides a little navigation bead that lets you turn him. It's the one stupid thing that I hate about this fucking app.
It's all good.
We're trying to
Mine's our
persuade
PG-13 rating.
somebody to not.
I know.
Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I tried. I was just really. I've got a lot of stuff going on tonight.
Okay, we're gonna put a swear jar up.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I've got $15 ready.
Perfect.
I've got like $15 ready in quarters to throw into it.
It'll be a charity swear jar. Link IB's charity.
I'm already like like $1.
He's just putting them in there.
Easily in there.
Stack
$1.50 in there.
Preemptively.
You're supposed to be paid for the swear jar. I think that defeats the purpose.
I'm helping out.
It really
I'm donating to the cause. I'm down for the cause. So I gotta convince.
Okay.
Like, where am I?
What do you want to try and do?
This is our enemy right now. The one
you're
facing.
It is your enemy, but you are currently behind a wall. That's what the pink line is.
Poop.
So you can try and squeeze it. You can come around the wall if you come on this side by Posh, and
yeah, I'm gonna swing around this side right here. I think that's my entire movement, right? Where I can get like right on top of or next to.
I believe so. Yeah, and you're right around the corner there.
I can't get on top of, but I can get next to you, right? Because we can't occupy.
Oh, you can't. Unfortunately.
But I can.
Unfortunately, you can't access the same. Maybe right beside him. Yeah. As you kind of hear, the droid kind of scuttling and stuff like that, you kind of come over.
Then I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna try it. This is gonna be the first time trying this. It's gonna be so weird. I'm gonna try to use Ajunta's curse.
Okay.
Ajunta's curse against this spider enemy. And this is gonna be really weird, but I want to try this because it's the first time I've ever tried it. I think it'd be funny if I did it here.
Yeah, give it a go.
It's very, very.
All right, DC 14 Wisdom save. And are you yelling at what language are you yelling your curse at this creature in?
From what I understand, my character has common, infernal, primordial, and undercommon. So undercommon should hit a spider enemy, I think, right?
So it's a droid. So like common would be
It's a droid.
basic.
Okay.
We can have a little chat about what you think, but you can take like a Star Wars equivalent for those languages, like
for a basic would
so like basic is like common. That's the equivalent to that.
Right,
so
cool, we'll go with
undercommon
that.
is kind of like sub basic. But then as far as like infernal and the other one that you have, you feel free to pick a Star Wars equivalent for those.
Oh, cool! So do you get a roll for
yeah,
those?
like you can speak speak Huttese if you want, or you can speak Wookiee, or you can speak Jawa. You can speak Tusken Sand Raider. You can speak like whatever. You can speak Korg. Don't worry about it for right now. But do you think like you kind of yell at it in basic, and you say, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll yell in basic. I'm like, you're very bad at your job. No one likes you, and your creator thinks that he made a lot of mistakes in your creation.
Damn. Hit him right in his core.
You hear back. You're
not good at stuff.
You just hear like a
chittering.
Yeah, chitter. You hear chitter, but it's more fun when you do it.
I know, just your noise gate cuts it out, so we don't get to hear it.
Well, we'll get a better microphone for next time then.
I'm sorry.
You hear that?
I'm just narrating.
Yeah, you hear the little chitter of the spider droid as it like throws back a retort at you. Oh, we got our swear jar. Swear jar is on stream now. Yeah, there's Link's swear jar.
All right, swear jar.
We'll have a running counter. It rolled a 16, so it will save, which is why it retorted back with its own slew of
Dang! I didn't say it. No swear jar money. Sorry, Extreme. So one time you didn't catch me.
I mean, you know.
So it passes. It passes. Its mental fortitude is stronger than
your mama was a snowblower. All right, so if I'm right here, then man,
it has no mind to affect.
I actually use my action, so I can't
indeed.
I can't actually attack right now, but I always use my move.
PD 301. Is there anything you want to try? Ziyll, anything you want to try?
You're gonna get out of 301's way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna step forward, and I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm gonna attempt talking to it. At least in a language I can understand. I'm like, stand down. I was attempting repairs.
And repairs? Like, you're holding his body. You're holding his arm in your hands. It's separated from his body. What do you mean repairs? That's my best friend.
These parts were damaged. I was attempting repairs.
Damaged? Damaged by you!
Did you see us damage your friend?
I didn't need to see it. I know it. Yeah, I saw you standing over his corpse, ripping it to pieces. And you a droid. You think you'd know better.
We are attempting repairs.
Repairs my ass. I'm gonna get you. And the droid scuttles over to you and attempts to grapple you. So can you roll a strength or acrobatics, whichever you'd prefer?
I would love acrobatics.
Well, then you take acrobatics.
22.
Well, fine then, my bipedal friend. You can get away from him.
With 2 feet. I'm gonna pull out my vibro knife, and I'm gonna stab it. 2 feet. 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 And
Okay.
I'm gonna cast green flame blade on it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna look him in the face. It's like, you are in need of repairs.
And then
Well, you're
you.
about to be. God bless. Why do we leave our
Okay.
murder droid sitting around everywhere? Our murder droid's the worst.
All right. So
I just
is that
assumed this other
a
droid threatened him, and this is a
So
perfectly
green flame blade is
reasonable
an action.
escalation.
So I've got a
I hate all of this.
it's an action, and I think I've got a instantaneous ranged weapon using the on a hit. So on the next hit, I cause fire damage, and that fire leaps to the next target.
okay? So we'll.
So
I hate
I'll
everything
do
that
that
happened right now.
next way around.
Okay, so that is it for your turn.
That's
So
me.
what the rest of you see the droid kind of lunge at TD301. TD301 takes a step back, pulls out its vibroblade, and the vibroblade kind of ignites in this like green electric charge around the edges of the blade, kind of forming almost like flame like electricity as it kind of moves around the blade. And he kind of readies the vibroblade towards the spider droid. Does anybody respond in kind? Does anybody pull out their lightsaber? Does anybody attack the droid, or do you guys just stand
I'll
and watch
say,
these two
look,
droids duke it out?
we were just coming down
I
here.
was just about to say, like,
Hyperdrive
I'm looking
manifold.
around, I'm like, oh my god, this is a good idea for me to run a little bit closer, but over this side.
Rylian's kind of a shock at the current droid that we have invited to our party that we've been given. We're like, what droid is this?
Well, this one's not our friend, right? Like, so I'm like, this is not our friend. This one's our enemy. This one is enemy.
That
This
one's
control panel.
asleep.
The one in the
That's a
corner.
control
That one's
panel.
powered. The one in the corner is
What
powered
can-
down.
Yeah, the one in
What-
the corner is powered down.
Sorry, I
He's
had
like
to answer
sleeping.
some messages from the little ones, but what can I kill first? Give me a ping. Give me a ping what I can kill first, because I want to go after whatever that is.
This one,
Just the spider one.
the spider droid right in front of you. You can swing at him with
Oh.
a vibroblade, or you can take a step back and try and shoot him with your bowcaster.
Yeah, I'll take the step back and bowcaster him from over here. It should be fun, right? I mean, come on,
Yeah.
come on, people. Let's say, why is it not fun? Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man, so big and so strong. Dang bitch.
So just roll the hit first. So roll your d20 first to see if you can hit.
Oh, that was.
Oh yeah, that was damage. That was damage.
That's good
was
damage.
Control damage.
It's great damage. Great damage.
Great,
It didn't
fantastic
roll-
damage. But you got to
it didn't
roll to see
an
if you hit
actual
first.
Hit. Thank
Yeah.
you. This is the only problem with the D&D Beyond is where are your
The to hit is right before you roll the damage.
hit dice? That's what I was like wait, bowcaster, but it was right there. The hit DC.
Yeah, you can also just roll the d20 as well, and if you go to the dice table.
There it goes.
There we
There
go.
you go.
Fantastic. So
14
the
hit.
14 will hit, and we will
should probably-
take.
Well, you would take the old damage.
I will honor the old damage. So you do 9 points of damage.
I was gonna say I can re-roll it if you want, DM. That's fine. That's fair, actually. That's actually fair.
I'm happy with that. That's okay.
Right.
You roll first.
Gamer party.
We'll honor. Yeah.
I would
All
have
right.
taken
Anything else you would like to do? Anything else you'd like to take as a secondary action?
As secondary action, I'm gonna move myself a little bit closer to the combat area and just kind of face over here and just generally be like an annoying SOB. Because I can't really do another combat action, and most of everything I have that I could try to do would be like a combat type action. And yeah, I'm just gonna stand here and just kind of take guard.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. So you guys, you all see Korden pull out his bowcaster, take a shot at the droid, and then kind of move off to the side. Do you follow in kind and attack the droid? Do you continue to kind of wait and see what happens?
Yeah, for my part, I'm still gonna wait and see until it comes after me. Because it still
Okay.
hasn't
I was
swung on
waiting.
any of us.
Waited to see about 301. We're just like, okay.
Yeah. I guess I'll
So
say
301?
what's going on? What do you say, 301?
So
Even though this is rapidly deteriorating.
this is rapidly deteriorating, absolutely. So is this my turn now, is it?
Yes.
Alright. In which case I'm attacking the droid.
Go for it.
So it's a 17 to hit.
17 will most definitely hit.
Beautiful. So I've got a D4 +3 fire damage thanks to
Oh my god.
so 5 + 4 fire damage.
Is D4 +3 +3, so
So
6, so 11 points of fire damage.
So no. So I've just got 1d4 +3. So
Oh, so the
that's 2
5
+
3.
5 plus 4 fire damage because it's based on
Okay.
my intelligence modifier.
Rapidly deteriorating negotiations. That is a fantastic title.
I am the negotiator.
That is a fantastic title. How would you
Yes.
like to do this, Posh? How
Oh!
does
Um,
TD301 kill him?
I think I've stood there for a moment. I've looked him up and down, and there's this moment where I've gone from kind of janky, and it's a really quick, boom moment where I've
boom.
It's just a boom. It's a single stab moment. It's a very quick
Yeah.
to his power core. So it's
Great.
straight to it, and I just break it.
Just
Does-
right
does-
in. You
does
stab him right
Korden
into a power
resist?
core.
I've looked him up and down. I found where it is, and I've just gone.
And as you kind of stab him in his power core, the rest of you hear chitters, and 301, you hear, "I'll be with you soon, CH." As is kind of of the power down.
Oh my god.
I would like to roll a performance check.
I'm glad I can't understand any of what's going on.
Yeah, same.
I want to roll a performance check just for
Or
for
why?
a second. Because I wanted to see, like, I wanted to actually like praise like Poti for like doing a really good job. So I like, let's see if I roll a performance. If I get a good enough performance, I want to do a performance. Oh, it's not good.
You can just like give him praise. That's not something that, like, unless you want to lie about it, unless you don't think he did a good job and you want to lie about it, then I would need you to roll performance. But if you just want to give genuine praise, there's no need to roll for that. You can just
Then I will say, well, you know, I believe you did a thing. You
You
did
did the thing.
thing. Proud of you. I'm gonna go on over here. And that's it. Shit. I wanted to do
Fantastic.
better. I wanted to do better, but I was not equipped for that.
That's okay. That's okay.
301. Where did you learn negotiations?
I have not had any formal training in negotiations.
Ah, that explains a lot. Okay.
No,
Would you like me to continue negotiations?
Please, please,
I think you're the
please
only one
no.
who speaks binary.
Don't be all primary
We're
negotiator.
quite reliant on your expertise.
I will continue to negotiate.
You being our primary negotiator, actually, I feel is going to be a little bit
Okay,
problematic.
so
In which case, I'm immediately starting
Continue
to
on the way.
take pieces out of the spider droid.
It's so funny. I love it.
Okay.
Stripping all the
so,
droid's
so you,
parts.
you
So
need to
as
tell them
you
that what
as you
happened
kind of
here was an
dismantle the
unfortunate
spider droid,
misunderstanding.
do you all go through the doorway into the next area? Do you stay here in the entrance, or do you
I'll
go
kind
back
of
up the
peek in
tunnel?
there.
What's the Yeah. So as you kind of poke your head in, you see there's no other droids there. There appears to have just been the one droid down the corridor. You can see that there are two doors to the north of you here and here, and then obviously one door to the east.
And these are all closed as well.
They are all closed, and you can see another console right here.
I'm going to move forward to about right here. Is that okay, DM?
Yeah, absolutely. That's within your
And
movement.
I'm just underneath my movement. So I would like to just see if there's any traps or anything along the path.
Totally. So that's an investigation. Or sorry,
Okay.
that's perception. Can you roll a perception check for me, please?
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah. So with a 14, you don't sense any the presence of any traps, and with your kind of observation of looking around and checking. Because you're not like finely checking every crack and crevice, but just in your observation of looking around, you don't see any traps present at this time. You feel confident to move forward.
Cool. Let's move it on up, guys.
In the hopes that we wouldn't have to explore the entirety of this place, Rylian will ask 301, are you able to gather data from the security droid as to possibly the actual base or location of the Bolt Bros?
I can attempt to do so. So the security
Yeah, so you
droid is
wanna-
out the front, so I will head back and I'll see if I can recover any information out of the security droid.
Okay, so you want to try and access the droid's mainframe?
Yep.
Fantastic. So you make your way back over to the security droid, and from there you try to access it. Can you roll a sleight of hand check for me, please? Yes. Yeah, to kind of
11.
open up its mainframe.
So I got 11.
An 11.
Mm-hmm.
You're very, very easily you're able to access the droid security protocols just because you have spent quite a few times dismantling it. You spent quite a bit of time dismantling it, and you know that this is in fact the base of the Bolt Bros is in here. You know that it is somewhere in the center of this kind of compound, and you know that you can get there if you go through this door here.
Cool.
Okay. So I should be able to get in here, and it's somewhere in the middle here.
Yes.
Awesome. So it is very central. Got it.
Yeah.
So in case I'm moving back over, and I'll explain that quickly. According to the security guard's mainframe, the main base is very central. It should be in the center of the building.
Thank you.
Do you attempt to access one of the doors?
I might try and access the assassin droid, to be honest.
You want to try and access the assassin droid?
Yes,
Grab
please.
everything for parts. Get those parts.
Yeah. Oh, look, I've got plans. For
Okay.
I'm going to tinker in a second. I'm just collecting parts.
In the meantime, it looks like Ziyll wants to attempt to access the computer.
Yeah. It's like, especially if it
Yeah.
looks like the same sort of console that I was just at.
Yeah. So you log into the console. You try the same password that you set on the last one, and it looks like, in fact, the password works.
Okay.
Now, the password that you set when you hacked the previous mainframe. So you're very, very quickly able to access the mainframe of the computer and open up the doors in this area. You, in fact, are able to pick and choose which doors you open now because
Okay.
it's not a full reset.
All right. I'll ask Rylian if he knows which way we're supposed to go.
So I believe we can go through this door.
Fantastic.
Okay. You see what the other people are doing, or I will attempt to open that one. I guess.
You attempt to open the door. Fantastic.
Yep.
So you're very easily able to open the door, and you reveal the room within. And you see that it is, in fact, just a corridor with another door on the other side and a console to interact with.
Peek's head in.
I'd like to move forward
Yeah.
if I could.
And then
Yeah, absolutely.
continue.
Right here.
Peek your head in and
Okay.
have a look around.
Have a look around. Yeah.
30 feet.
Yeah, that's okay. So Riley, you don't see anything in there of note. You don't sense anything either. Nothing kind of like sets you off as imposing or like something to be wary of. It just looks like just a corridor.
Yep. I'll briefly mention that there's another panel or
A terminal?
Control box terminal. Yeah.
Totally.
But yeah.
So Ziyll, do you access the terminal again?
I will. Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's
Is everyone 301? Are you still messing with the assassin droid?
I am still messing with the assassin droid. Before I try
Okay.
to access it, I would like to restrain it, if possible.
So you can tell that this droid's power core has failed. So there's it's not necessary to restrain it at all. This droid has just like overheated and its power core has failed. So it will not be, unless it gets a replaced power core, it is just a chunk of metal. So there's no concern there.
No. In which case, I would love to attempt to access its knuckle. Find out what its purpose is here and what it knows of the Bolt Boys.
So can you so in your kind of exploration of the droid, you recognize that this is a modified droid. Its designation was heavy lifting for the shipping docks above, but it decided that it wanted to it decided that this wasn't its purpose, so it took off its restraining bolt and it joined the Bolt Boys, and then was kind of enlisted as an enforcer for them, and has been working in that role ever since.
Interesting.
Yeah.
In which case, I will dismantle.
Okay. You dismantle it and you take the parts, the voice box, all that kind of stuff.
Beautiful.
For those of you that are making your way to the center, do you collect the rest of the party with you as you guys make your way towards where you think the center of the compound is? Do you go off on your own with just the two of you? What is the plan here?
I'll wait up. I'm just gonna try and get to where I have access to open the door.
Yeah, I'm just waiting.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So how close can I get? I'm right here. We need to open the door. What did I miss? I missed a chunk of this.
It's the door just to the north or just above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just trying to get to that console and
Move over here to
access the door
console
just past
and
it.
See if I can access the console.
Yeah, absolutely.
The password is 1234 5 ABC or whatever.
Ziyll gives you the password because he earlier he had changed the first console. He had added given himself user permissions. So as you access the console, I assume we waited for everybody at this point.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do what we're doing right now.
Yeah, so everybody's in here. As you access the console, the two doors in front of you open, and you're greeted with a kind of like a little fork in the road. So you can see that you can go off to either the left or the right, and you see a wall straight ahead of you. So you have a choice of going down the left path or the right path. Not the right path, but the right path.
You know which way said?
Honestly thinking, who wants to do what? Let's take a vote. Let's take a consensus.
Do we want to split
Who
up?
wants to do what? Splitting the party is usually a bad idea, as I've been told.
No, it usually is.
Sorry. What was
It
that?
usually is, but it's oftentimes necessary.
You know, this
No,
way we
it's-
cover ground, but at the same time, it can be quite daunting.
Well,
I'll
what's
just
the
take a
party
quick
want to
peek
do?
around this corner.
Right.
While they're doing
That's
that, I
fine.
want to tinker with some of the stuff that I've got.
While they're doing that, I'm going to take a moment. I'll be right back. I have to actually go and check something at the refrigerator. Refrigerator. God, I can't talk. Microwave. I'll be right back.
That's all good.
That's
Yep.
the exact opposite of a refrigerator.
Very different, but you know, it's in the kitchen usually.
They're
typically.
temperature controlling devices in the kitchen. They're basically
Yes.
the same appliance.
No, almost.
All right. So, Rylian and Ziyll, you guys have gone off on
Opposite ends.
in separate directions.
Yep.
So you see that the corridor leads down and almost curves around as if creating like a little box around this central room. You assume it's a room as you guys kind of relay the information to each other. It's like, oh, mine curves too. Do you make your way down to either end to make sure that it goes the way you think it goes?
Yeah, I'm gonna peek around the corner. I mean, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
We've had a
All
shift.
right. So as you peek around the corner, you see that it does in fact curve around. There's a doorway on the top side, a wall, and it kind of closes off the edge of the space.
Sorry, I also got a call, and I was just making sure it wasn't anything important.
It's all good. So Riley, and you as well, make your way around the corner, and you agreed with this kind of central room, the two that you have kind of boxed in around you.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a door into the central room on his side too?
He does have a door into the central room on his side too, in the exact same spot that your door is in.
Oh, I can't see it.
Korden
But
Va'ar,
yeah,
do you have
Yeah,
access to the doors in this room too, or? Oh, he's away. I was
Okay,
asking.
he's
I'm
away.
shouting out to Korden Va'ar if he
Oh,
has
yes,
access
yeah.
to the doors to this room because I don't see a console in the hallway.
There is no console.
No console.
I don't know if we should wait for him to come back or.
Well, Rylian's gonna come back briefly.
Okay.
And just address 301 and Korden. that this would seem to be the central room we're looking for.
Nice. While I'm
Fantastic. So
chilling
maybe
back
now-
here, while I'm chilling back here and I'm tinkering, I want to take some of the voice boxes that I've got and make an audio effect. I can do up to 6-second long recorded message or non-verbal sounds. So I want to
Okay.
do like droid sounds, like the what pretty much mimicking their dying sounds.
Okay. So the last 6 seconds of a droid's life you want to record and reuse?
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna.
So bad.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna save that last little bit that I'm doing to It's my plan is I'm gonna throw it as a distraction for something.
As
So
like a sound grenade kind of deal.
kind of
Okay,
sound
okay.
grenade kind of thing. So I'm gonna have that ready and raring, that final little bit, so I can toss it and have like the last 6 seconds of a droid's life play in the distance somewhere as a distraction. But I've got that ready.
Korden, while you were gone, they discovered you have surrounded this kind of like central room, and Ziyll asked you if you have access to the doors. So would you like to check the terminal to see if you can access the doors to the central room? I don't think we can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've got yourself muted or not.
Better?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yes.
Much better.
More gooder. All right. So, absolutely, I want to check the doors. Can I access them? So I'm rolling what as far as
You're not rolling. You're just checking through the system because you have admin access, because Ziyll has created the password that gives admin access through the system. You just kind of scroll through, and it's just a quick little like search to see, and you do see like a central chamber door code. Do you open the doors?
I want to make sure that we're
you
not going
ask-
to walk into a trap.
Okay.
Like that there aren't like some booby traps or some security measures that are gonna hurt my guys when they go through these doors, because they're gonna be ahead of me. I guess if I'm at the terminal, there should hopefully be some kind of like access to let me know what I can or can't see from that terminal. Should I roll like
So
an
unfortunately,
investigation?
from the terminals, it's just doors. It's just access to open and closing the doors is all those terminals allow. So there's no, there might be a security terminal somewhere that holds like security camera footage, but it's not this terminal. All this terminal allows you to do is open doors.
Cool. All right, and I'm just
so
gonna
you
go ahead
can
and
chat
move
with.
around to like this area, but I'm gonna say like we should probably spread out. All right, so hold on, let me see. Give me a second. Fellas, we should probably spread out just a little bit, because the last thing we want to do is to make sure that to all of us to be cordoned off, as it were. Sorry, it's a little bit of play on my own name. We don't want to get cordoned off into like an area where we could all perhaps maybe perish at once. So maybe a couple of us should peel off in separate directions and take a little bit of caution as we proceed into this next area. Does that sound wise to anybody else? I volunteer to take the right-hand side of the corridor, if that's all right with y'all.
And, yeah,
Works
so
for me.
affirmative. I will take the left.
Excellent,
Okay.
excellent. I
So-
shall proceed in this direction.
As you kind of knock on, or as you flip the switch and you turn it on, the doors open, and you're revealed with this central room with two large security consoles, a big energy tank, and some power transformers. And in the corner, the manifold. You see it in the corner of the room. The hyperdrive manifold, as well as a large assassin droid. I mean, he's not like large and like creature size, but a full bipedal assassin droid. And he's kind of doing his routes between the two rooms.
So
Just
that,
kind of walking
that door
back
in
and
the middle
forth.
is open.
The door in the middle is open, yeah.
All right.
Make him a little bit bigger just so we can see him.
So did all the doors just open?
No, possibly. You didn't hear any of the other doors open. You just heard the doors in this room open, the central room.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sorry, I just meant the ones to the central room. Did all of those?
Yeah,
open?
so just
Okay.
all 3 doors of the central room opened, and the droid is kind of looking around.
Okay.
What's your plan, friends?
From where I'm standing, am I able to cast snare? It will.
Does it require line of sight?
No,
Because currently you cannot see him.
it is a trap. I'm setting it where I stand.
Where you stand right now? Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely, you can do that.
Although it does take a minute.
Okay.
So if I've got a minute where I've got
Okay.
no one bugging me,
You might have a minute. Who's to
I imagine
say?
that you just start doing it.
Yeah. I've just started doing it.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't even a
Going
question.
for
It
it.
was, I'm doing this thing. All right, fantastic. What would everybody else like to do?
Since I'm in here right now, I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna move up to about here-ish.
Right.
And I want to kind of see if there's any as I move into this area, if there's anything. How do I pull this? I'm gonna roll an investigation check to see if there's anything that's laying around, maybe like key codes, passwords that somebody stupidly maybe jotted down onto a data pad or something. I mean,
You did see when we opened. Totally. When we opened the doors to the room, I told you that you guys found the engine manifold. You can assume that there's something on the computer consoles in the middle here, but you don't see any key cards or things like that. There's the opportunity for you to take some data from the console, but nothing without accessing that console. There's nothing lying around at this point. As you're still, I assume, trying to be like fairly sneaky and not alert the assassin droid.
Right. What is this particular piece right here? Is this just another console or
another door console? Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
it's just another door console.
Go back to. I'm gonna go to the center console and attempt to see if I can find any information out of it. Like if I can ascertain.
Can you roll a stealth check for me, please? Yeah. Can you roll a stealth check for me first, please?
Yes, sir. Will do. Let me move my character back. Click. Yeah. Come on. Gods be with me. Yes, this is what makes roll big fun.
You're so.
You think you're being sneaky? As you make your way over to the console, you fail to notice a small hydro spanner at your feet, and you slip.
Oh, poop.
I
just...
Wait, did we lose him?
Oh, how dead am I now?
No, we're back. We're back.
Okay.
My internet is back. We're good. Nearly lost the internet connection there. Yeah, you kick the hydro spanner out from under your feet. It goes pinging against the walls, and you just hear from around the corner. Terminate, 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 terminate. And the assassin droid comes around the corner. And can everybody roll initiative, please?
Son of a biscuit! I'm sorry. I'm absolutely gonna have to run away now. My entire thing is like I'm squishy. I have to run from everything. Oh, poopy trip! I have to run.
What is this? Oh my god, 6. Oh my god, my rolls today.
Man, I wish I could have
Well,
gotten.
you got high enough initiative too, bud.
Six.
So
I got a 12.
All
I
right,
got a 12
6.
for
And then
initiative.
Ziyll, you got a 10. And that already changed. And 22 for S.A.D already changed. And Korden got a 12. Fantastic. Starting us off is 301. TD 301. I assume you are still going to keep going with your... I would say you've got maybe another 10 seconds left of casting.
I don't have that
So,
time. I'm gonna commit to it.
okay. So you're going to commit to that for your turn? You're going to continue to cast your trap?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to cast my trap because if I don't use it here, I'll use it somewhere else.
Oh,
Okay.
he's gorgeous. I love him.
All right.
I love the last
Lay it
two
on me,
messages in
Korden.
the
What are you
chat
doing?
was, let's kill everything, and okay, I'm dead, but I tried.
Ah, sake.
you'll be fine.
I'm trying to
All right.
It's gonna be
pull
great.
it up.
Korden.
I'm
Sorry,
like
who's going?
not having a good time. I don't even see enemies on my map. So
It's the droid guy right here.
it's this guy right here and another one
Right
right
guy,
there.
right in the center. I'll put a little.
Just this one.
I'm gonna go ahead
Put a
and
color icon.
I'm gonna actually try to attempt shoot. You know what? We're gonna go for a force bolt at him.
Okay.
We'll try to roll a force bolt.
For it.
This will be interesting.
It's a chance to hit. What? Why are these dice so weird? It's weird. All right, whatever. It's a modifier. Oh, that's why it is. I'm like, what am I, dumb? No, that's the hit dice. I hit the wrong button. I'm cute.
That's a hit. You rolled 2 nat 20s.
Fuck.
What? To make up for all your other rolls.
And the
You rolled
damage dice
2
is
nat 20s
1d10.
to hit.
Yeah, and then the damage dice
Yeah,
is 1d10.
obviously that's going to hit, but then you're going to double that because when on critical hits, you double the damage die.
Oh, and he hits a
So
And a 9 too.
roll the
Nice.
damage die one more time.
So it's 13
Alright.
total.
13 points of damage. Nice.
I mean,
Alright.
that was the only reason those rolled out was because I always roll them double just in case I have advantage or disadvantage. So you obviously, as a
Yeah.
demon, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, but double D20s, double nat 20s. I don't think that's ever happened for me before. That's very lucky.
Very, very rare.
That's good.
What happened for me
I
either.
tried with disadvantage one time and rolled the minimum damage on the dice. It was a roller
Yeah.
coaster of emotions.
Anything else you'd like to do? Anything else you'd like to try?
I don't have any other actions that I can take except for to like maybe like move.
You can move.
Moving's a really good
and
idea.
sure, yeah,
Moving
moving
is
like
great.
back
You
over
can
here
bolt and run
behind-
away.
No, yeah, I'm gonna tuck myself over this corner and kind of like hide because I'm squishy. So I'm gonna hide over this
Okay.
corner and
Sounds
at
good.
least be able to see whatever is coming at me when it comes at me.
All right. It is the assassin's droid turn. It is going to make its way. Coming over for you. and it is going to come around here, and then it is going to shoot at you with its blaster rifle.
Oh, poop.
Ooh.
Does a 15 hit you?
Yes.
I think it does.
No, of course not. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
And you're going to
No.
take 5 points of damage.
No, my damage points. I'm already down. Stink bitch.
And then it's going to shoot you again, because it can.
What?
And you heard it.
Are you actually down?
Are you down?
I'm saying like that
Oh,
hurt.
you
Oh.
said you were down, so I was like, wait a second. I knew you were squishy,
Rolled
but
a
not that squishy.
19.
Yeah, that's full on squishy.
Say what?
So 19
Yeah,
hits.
why are you asking me if your first one hits? Like a 19 absolutely hits. You're an ass right
polite
now.
thing-
That's just you
the
being
polite-
mean. No,
the
that's
polite
just
thing
you
to do is
being mean.
ask.
That is literally you being mean right now.
And
It's
you're going
not
to take another 5
polite.
points of damage.
Fuck!
I'm being
All right.
cordial. All right, that's
No,
our one.
All right,
Oh, we're
I'll
definitely
put
getting a
$5
third one.
in there.
This-
I'll put
There's
$5
been
in.
like-
I'm gonna die right now.
It's been like $5 in that jar already.
I have
There's
3
$5 in the
HP
jar.
left. I'm gonna throw $30 at Nerds Work Media. Oh god, I hate all of you.
All right.
It's gonna be an expensive hobby
Rylian.
for you.
Yeah.
Why is it you before Ziyll? That
I
doesn't
have
make
no
sense.
idea. Oh, I think it didn't
It should-
update. Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think
Ziyll.
it updated properly.
Your turn.
My butt hurts.
All right. I will. Yeah, I'll attack this guy.
Go for it.
Two hand strike from behind. Lightsaber. 18 to
That'll
hit.
hit. 18 will hit.
Or I don't know why it
Ugh.
does 2 rolls for that. 8 damage.
8 damage? Or is that your roll to hit?
Good shot.
That was 8 damage. I don't know why my damage rolls are behaving like this, but
Okay. All right. 8 points of damage. Would you like to attack one more time?
oh wait, hang on.
That is a D20.
I thought that looks like a roll to hit. That looked like a roll to hit, not a damage roll.
Yeah, no.
But don't quote me
Okay.
on that.
That is a.
That's a hit. You're good.
Oh, okay. I see what happened. Well, we could take that as the 2 hit for my follow-up slash.
Yeah. 14
So-
points of damage.
14 points of damage on the first hit,
Okay.
and then an 8
And-
hit on the follow-up.
Oh god.
So the 8 will not hit, but regardless, how would you like to do this?
Yo.
Uh,
It doesn't
as-
hit because it's gone.
Yeah, as he goes to,
Bad.
I see him shooting at my newfound ally,
Tentative.
and to rush into action and just cut it in half as fast as possible, just clean through.
Fantastic. Like a queen, it comes right around the corner. You kind of turn to look at it, Korden. You see it fire 2 bolts at you that hit you, and you think you're like this is it, this is the end. And then from behind, a slash clean through it. The droid crumples, and there is Ziyll, lightsaber in hand, kind of standing over the corpse. That is
Nice.
combat, friend.
Nice.
Are you okay? Did it hit you?
Think about it, alright.
Sorry, I wasn't faster. Wasn't ready for him to come charging after you.
I do believe we all survived this particular combat. A little bit worse for the wear, but I reckon
I
it'll be
will
okay.
I will try and say let me go in front of you from now on.
You know what? That is actually that's quite a fine idea. I'm gonna lay down for a little while. Y'all don't mind.
Sure. Let's go in this
Fantastic.
control room. We can keep you more secure in there. Take a breather.
As you make your way into the control room, you two on the other end, I assume you relay that the droid has been taken care of
Yeah.
to Rylian and ED301, who finished his spell, or his
My
trap
trap.
setting, I should say.
I finished the trap and I go, the trap has been set, and I look around the corner and there's nothing going on.
So you make your way into the room, and I think that is where we will leave it. Korden resting.
It only kind of
Manifold just collected. I think that is where we will leave it for today, friends.
Very good.
I will see
very good.
all of you shortly.
Sounds like a very good time to take a rest.
Yeah, everybody, you can take a little long rest here. Lock the doors, say your prayers, take a nap, meditate, deviate, do whatever you need to do.
Take a little breather before any further negotiations.
All the aids.
Yeah, exactly. All right, friends watching from home and friends playing along, thank you so much for coming along on our little journey. We will see you all next Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and 11 a.m. Australia time. I don't know Australia time zones. I'm not even going to try and guess.
Right.
This has been the first episode of Hello There. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll let each person do a little sign off, but again, I'm Kenobisknook. I am the Dungeon Master, and you can catch me occasionally when work allows it, streaming on my channel, twitch.tv/Kenobisknook, and also on here. So thank you everybody for coming along.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, DM.
I'll take next.
Yeah, you go next.
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
cool. My name is PyrotikVoid. Again, I was playing Rylian. And you can catch me on Twitter and Instagram, and I stream on Twitch as well, all at the same name. It's been fun, and I can't wait to see where the story goes.
Next.
I'll go next. Yeah, no, guys, it's been great. My name's Posh, POTI9093. You guys can find me on Twitch and TikTok. I am streaming just about every night, so if anyone wants to come and say hi, come and say hi. So,
Crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, I am one Ragey Boi. You most commonly find me just moderating the Nerdworks Media channel and not being able to actually listen to Nerdworks when streaming. And I'm very excited to see where this game goes.
Yeah.
It's where you'll see me the most, is right here on Sundays.
Naturally.
And I'm Link. I'm LinkIB, and you can find me on twitch.tv/LinkIB. You can find me on Instagram at LinkIB, with the underscores between those 3 words, which is LinkIB. They are separate things. Stop it. I can hear you guys thinking it in your brains. LinkIB is where you can find me. And if you have a problem with that, you can also try to find me. Like I said, you just message me and I'll direct you where you need to go. I'm super glad to be here. Thank you guys much. I appreciate it. It's fun.
Join us on the Nerdworks Media Discord so you could, chat with the cast.
Yeah, join
come
the Discord.
Chat on the Nerdworks. Join the Discord. We have our own page. It's the Hello There, a Star Wars story page. Come hang out. Come chat. Come tell us what you liked about the session. Come tell us if there was something you didn't like about the session. We're always down for feedback. We want to make this as much fun for you as it is for us. Obviously, we can't have everybody play along, but if you enjoy watching, then it's just like you're playing. This will be us signing off for this week. See you all next week. Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye there.